12,000. 12,000. Well, 12,245 as of recording this. It's incredible, boys. It is incredible. I will remember this moment for the second time passing $10,000. I remember the last time we went 5 figures and I was playing Fortnite and I was just like, holy shit, we're doing it, boys. And now this year I'm in France and it's 6 in the morning and I'm enjoying some red wine and just fucking loving the price. I mean, just look at this on the chart, man. It's beautiful. It's played out like none of us expected. That accumulation zone lasted what? Like 2 and a bit months for you to pick up some cheap Bitcoin down underneath $4,000. Then after that, it's just week after week. Apart from this little area here, which you had like another month nearly to accumulate some Bitcoin. After that, you've been left behind. The bears have been fisted. Seems like every time I come to make a video, we're $1,000 up more. It's fucking incredible. I love it. Make sure you subscribe. Keep up to date with my videos. Make sure you keep your finger on the pulse and keep up to date with the crypto markets by subscribing to my channel. Also, when we hit 10,000 subscribers, if we ever hit 10,000 subscribers, then I am giving away 1 Litecoin to one of you guys. This video, we have to give a special shout out to Brad Sherman for highlighting the power of Bitcoin to the rest of the world. We also have to give a cheers to Mark Zuckerberg for making Libra, letting all the normies and big corporations know that cryptocurrencies is serious shit. We have to give another big thank you to Donald Trump, Boris Johnson, Theresa May, and all those other fucking politicians out there that just keep ruining countries, trying to line their own pockets. It feels like finally we have something to counteract that. And lastly, well done to yourself. If you manage to stay in the crypto space all through the bear market, endure losing more than 90% of your portfolio, sometimes even more if you are holding certain altcoins, because some of those altcoins, damn, some of those altcoins are so fucked. But you managed to hold through that and you've now got 6 packs on your hands, then well done to you. Now it gets serious. Now it really gets serious because you have to try and figure out, when is Bitcoin going to start pulling back a bit? And when is the profits from Bitcoin going to start flowing into certain altcoins? Altcoins that I'm looking at here, my first one, Cardano. Got the release of Shelly coming out. In my opinion, it is by far it will be, not yet, it still has a long way to go. It will be one of the best smart contract platforms out there. And also, you know, peer reviewed, and it just feels like governments are going to be ready to take Cardano on and implement it into their economy, so to speak, and, you know, put land registrations on it and really help out third world countries and eventually build Cardano up so it's too big to fail. You've got to remember, people are going to be thinking like this going into the next altcoin bull market. They're going to be thinking, what positions do we want to get in these cryptocurrencies in dollar value now? Because things are going to get serious over the next couple of years, like really serious. The last altcoin bull run was just nonsense, but this one is going to be serious. Serious projects are going to make serious money. So yeah, looking at Cardano now, it's just coming up to under 10 cents, hitting resistance, but if it managed to break 10 cents, we could be powering up over the next couple of weeks to 16 cents. Now on the Bitcoin chart, it looks really bad. It's really hard to compare the altcoins to their Bitcoin charts right now. It's scary to look at, to be honest, but at some point it will reverse. And at some point, I fucking hope in the next week or so, Bitcoin will cool off and certain altcoins are going to do well. Another coin that I'm seriously looking at that has been impressive throughout the bear market, to be honest, and really held its value is obviously BNB. With the release of the DEX that I spoke about before, and also the IEO craze, which is still happening, and the hype that will come from BNB, the token burn that BNB has, although it's only like the founders BNB's tokens, but it's still less of a supply, and just the confidence in Binance token and utility of Binance token. It's a hold for me when we hit a bull market. At some point, I do want to sell my BNB because we are going to see so many more exchanges come out. But if Binance can really utilize that BNB token and give it even more value to its holders, then we're going to see BNB really increase, I think. Again, looking at BNB on the Bitcoin chart, it hit its new all-time high in Bitcoin in a bear market, and yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before this one rips faces again. Another coin with big potential is Bitcoin Cash. Now, I personally do not like Bitcoin Cash, but if you want to stack sats, it's a good option. Roger Ver is one of the richest people in the crypto space. He has been in Bitcoin for a very long time. He might decide to dump some of his Bitcoin profits, pump Bitcoin Cash with it. The same thing with Craig Wright shitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Satoshi Vision. Bitcoin Satoshi, whatever you want to call it. That could also pump majorly over the next week or so, depending on if they want to take profits. Who knows what their plan is, but I think that comes down to really them. All of the Binance IEO coins have potential, very new coins on the market, still yet to establish, a large market cap. They've got potential to grow quite a lot as well. Also, Engine performed very well back in February. This is because of the announced partnership with Samsung and the Engine wallet being on there. Engine's really great for non-fungible tokens, gaming, like gaming items, and it could even be you could even have non-fungible tokens to do with movies, and you can give wealth out to people through items like digital collectibles. If you don't know about any of these coins, go do your own research on them, because I'm not going into big detail now, but a lot of these coins are fucking world changing, and they're going to be like major coins in the next revolution of our fucking world, man. But yeah, Engine is a coin to look for as well. Like I said, February had a good pump. If you look at Engine on the Bitcoin chart as well, it looks like it's pulled back from its original pump area, so to speak, and it's hitting that floor again. Not sure when the next Samsung phone comes out, but very exciting to see Samsung's partnership there, and it'd be interesting to see if other phones such as maybe the iPhone come out saying that they could use the Engine wallet as well. Obviously Ethereum, that is a major one. It's like the leader of the altcoins pretty much. Whatever Ethereum does, then you can expect the altcoin market to follow. It is pushing up nicely here as well to $331, all the way down from $84. It's managed to recover quite well. It looks like it's following a similar path to what Bitcoin had, so hopefully Ethereum can push up and hit the next major here would be the next major resistance, 436. But if it manages to poke up through that like Bitcoin did, I mean, we could have an $800 Ethereum within the next couple months, which is 3 times the price. Now hopefully it outperforms Bitcoin. Looking at Ethereum on the Bitcoin chart here, you can see it's just bouncing along this support. I mean, it's not looking too great because Bitcoin's going crazy, but like I said, this can change quickly. Now for me, one of my favorite altcoins is got to be Litecoin. I've been a holder of Litecoin since I first got into the space back in the spring of 2017. The only time I have ever sold any of my Litecoin was actually when I was spending it with my Coinbase card. You got the halvening coming up in August. People realizing the potential of cryptocurrencies, people realizing that they don't want to spend potentially Bitcoin, but spend a cryptocurrency which has the potential to go up in value as well from the trillions of dollars that will enter the market. Litecoin to me is a no-brainer. Also, the founder Charlie Lee, the community around Litecoin, I think is one of the best communities out there. And we've got privacy coming out with Litecoin. You can see Litecoin being advertised in certain sporting events. To me, Litecoin is one of my favorite holds, and especially if you're looking to stack sats, I think the halvening coming up for Litecoin is going to be a big event if you want to switch your Litecoin into Bitcoin. Charlie Lee also called the bottom of Litecoin, and he gives out critical advice like saying don't buy all these shit coins including Litecoin without first owning one Bitcoin. Now, he's a good person in this space, and they're few and far between in this space. There's quite a lot of scammers out there. Now, one of the riskier altcoins, which I don't really like talking about, is Pundi X. They've got this whole token swap going on, this token conversion. But if we are moving forward into a crypto world where people are going to be spending cryptocurrencies, then the Pundi X proof of sale machine is a big player in that. I think if they can do good marketing and everything like that, then we could see these XPOS machines out and about in shops. Which leads me on to also the 10x token, pay token. Now this one is a fucking centralized coin which completely goes against what crypto is all about, to be honest. But if you want to spend cryptocurrencies, you need certain cards. And if 10x can implement, you know, certain incentives for people to actually buy the token, and you know, for holding the token, spending Bitcoin, Litecoin or whatever, like giving them a discount or giving them some other coin as like you know, a perk for using the 10x wallet, then, you know, that's going to really incentivize people to come over and use the platform. And you've got to remember, it's by buying the 10x token, it's not actually like buying a stock of 10x. It's not like a security token. It's just meant to be a utility token. The utility of it hasn't yet really been shown, and we've had a lot of drama go down with 10x. And it's disappointing to see, to be honest, because I've been a holder of 10x as well since I really got into this space, and it's really not performed well, and the drama behind 10x has not been good, and yeah, hopefully they can pull it out of the bag, but obviously it's a centralized coin and it comes down to what they can really do. XRP, similar to XLM, normally what happens is XRP will pump and then XLM will pump. The only problem with XRP is that the founders are a bit shady. They own a large amount of the XRP, and also they mint new XRP or some shit like that. I just fucking hate XRP, to be honest. From back in the day, it's not a coin that I've really researched a lot. But again, it's got the pumponomics, the pump cycles. It just goes through the pumps, man, which is also scary to someone that's been into the space from the last bull run, because you could be getting played. You could be like, oh, he's gonna. My brain thinks like, I don't know if any of your brains think like this, but my brain thinks like, oh, it's just gonna play out like it did last time. Certain coins are gonna pump and all of that stuff. But what really could happen is Bitcoin could just absolutely rip it. I mean, we've got Lightning Network around the corner, we've got Bax, we've got Fidelity, we've got a lot more institutions looking at it, we've got banks looking at it. You know, it's much more understood, Bitcoin is. It's much more of a mature market. You could even say, yeah, mature market and mature of an asset. You know, people are looking at it as more of a store of value, especially coming up to the fall of the dollar and things like that. So you do have to be very careful in playing this market. Me, I'm really thinking about selling a large amount of my altcoins into Bitcoin and waiting for that altcoin reversal, and then start playing with my Bitcoin then in certain altcoins, because right now Bitcoin is king. Like, you do not want to lose out on those sats. Those sats are your future. It's my future anyway. Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. Please be careful during this alt season. Do not lose your Bitcoin. Don't lose your head. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stay careful. I'll see you in the next video. Keep it all cushy.